Chapter 1. Where the Journey Began. There are crossroads in every human life that reveal who we truly are. Some arrive through triumph and celebration, while others emerge quietly through hardship, demanding choices that shape our character long before we understand their significance. Looking back now, I realize that the defining moments of my life did not begin with marriage, divorce, courtrooms, or the responsibilities of fatherhood. They began much earlier, in a remote village where survival was uncertain and dreams seemed too ambitious for a boy born into poverty. Before I became a civil servant, before I learned what it meant to love and lose, I was simply a child trying to understand why life demanded so much from some people, while appearing generous to others. The suffering I would later endure as an adult did not suddenly teach me resilience. It merely awakened strengths that had already been forged during childhood. The mountains of my youth had prepared me for storms I had not yet imagined, shaping me in silence long before I ever had the language to describe endurance. I was born into a humble semi-nomadic family as the youngest among 9 siblings. Our family possessed neither wealth nor influence, only hardworking hands and the determination to survive another season. Life was not built around comfort or long-term certainty, but around immediate necessity. Each day was a continuation of effort rather than a pursuit of leisure. The rhythm of our lives followed the movement of cattle, the growth of crops, and the unpredictable temperament of nature. Morning began before sunrise, often in complete darkness, broken only by the faint glow of firewood embers. Everyone in the household understood their responsibilities without instruction. There was no distinction between childhood and adulthood in terms of contribution, only differences in strength. As soon as a child was physically able, they were expected to participate in survival. We fetched water from distant streams that required long walks through uneven terrain. We collected firewood from steep hillsides where slipping was common and patience was essential. We tended livestock, guided cattle across narrow mountain paths, and assisted in planting and harvesting crops, depending on the season. In that world, survival itself was the full-time occupation. Dreams were not discouraged, but they were often postponed indefinitely. When daily life demands everything from you, imagination becomes a luxury few can afford. Education, in particular, was viewed not as an obligation, but as something distant and uncertain. Many families in our village believed that schooling was useful only if survival at home was already secure. For most of us, it was not. My parents, however, were not indifferent to learning. They loved us deeply, but their love existed within the constraints of hardship. Love, in our context, meant sacrifice rather than comfort. It meant ensuring food was shared equally, even when there was not enough. It meant working longer hours so children could eat before adults rested. It meant making decisions not based on aspiration, but on survival. Sending a child to school carried a cost that went beyond money. It meant losing labor that directly supported the household. With 9 children, every pair of hands mattered. A large family in a rural environment is both a blessing and a responsibility that stretches resources to their limits. There was always uncertainty about whether education would truly change anything in the face of immediate needs. Yet change was slowly reaching even the most remote corners of the country. Government initiatives promoting education began extending into rural areas. School officials and representatives traveled from village to village, speaking to parents with patience and conviction. They spoke of a future where literacy could open doors that geography had closed. They explained that education was not a rejection of tradition, but a pathway to opportunity. Some villagers listened with skepticism, while others with curiosity. For families like ours, these messages planted seeds that would take years to fully grow.